Dapper is a film directed by Hans-Peter Molen, and this is a remake of his own film. Many directors have remade their own films. You got Alfred Hitchcock with The Man Who Knew Too Much, and you've had a couple other films I can't think of off the top of my head, but they have redirected their own movies, and this is another case of a director redirecting his own movie. This movie was made 5 years ago. Everything I'm doing, it seems like it'd be 5 years ago. This is a remake of the film called In Order of Disappearance. It's a Swedish film. Swedish, Finnish, Soviet type film. I haven't seen it, but I watched this movie just last night, so this is my review for that movie. I have to say this is very much a Coen Brothers film, so it has a very Coen Brothers film feel to it. So for those who I've seen people saying that it's Taken but with snow, it's not, because Taken was a very action-packed film. Like, it was non-stop action, and this movie is not really a non-stop action. It has action elements, it has strong violence elements of this film, but it's not a Taken with snow. So don't let people in other reviews deceive you in that aspect, because it's not at all. Liam Neeson is Coxman, and Coxman, I can't remember his first name for the life of me because it says Coxman so many times, and it makes fun of the joke. It makes fun of its name a couple of times because it is an odd name, Coxman. And just receiving an award for his lifetime achievement, or sort of lifetime achievement, for him just always doing his same job he's been doing day in and day out for the past, I think, like 30 or 40 years, is just pushing the snow away so people can make a transport so they can drive from one point to another, and they're not able to do that without Liam Neeson snow plowing the road. So he's just a very average, basic person, and his life changes when his son gets murdered, and they say that he died of heroin overdose, which is, he knows. It's like my son has never did heroin. He is not a junkie, and I don't believe it. His wife is in shock and all. You don't see her that much in the movie, and she's played by Laura Dern. Laura Dern has a very brief appearance. She says about like 2 or 3 lines, and then she leaves. She leaves him because she can't take and deal with the pain anymore of the son being gone, murdered, and not knowing the son had a Facebook, not knowing the son enjoyed doing things. And she asked him, like, what do you know about her son? It's like, all we talked about was hunting. He worked with me. We plowed the snow, and all we talked about was hunting. And she says, like, you don't even know him. He didn't even like hunting. So it's almost like she's pointing back at him. It's like, it was all about you. This is why all this happened. And he is strong and bitter, cold in his heart, and now he wants to go after the people that took away his son and took away the memory and just took away everything that he had, that he thought he had. So he's in this pursuit where he tries to find one person after another, and he's a bit sloppy as he does it, but he gets rid of the bodies, and he does it one after another. And after, when the 3 junkie drug lords, the 3 dealers of the heroin disappears, the upmost lord called the Viking, and the Viking gets very ticked off, livid, and he wants to find who's been doing this murders and killing, and it keeps going, and the bodies stack up. Man, is this movie very brutal. He goes against them and doesn't know that what's happening after he kills the sons. They try to go after the Viking son, and it just entangles into this web that's becoming exposed. These 2 cops, you have the male cop who doesn't really care, he just lives every day, and a female cop that just goes, and she's like, I really want to investigate this. There is something more going down. I have to say, like, this is a very grisly film. It has very dark, dry humor, and I found myself laughing at a couple of points because the humor in this film is very dry and very dark, and not a lot of people like a dark sense of humor or dry humor. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy very dry humor, so this is a good movie for me. And it was just made, I think it was done very well. It didn't have the shaky cam. Oh my lord, I was so excited because I think like 20 minutes of the film I just realized, like, I'm not watching a shaky cam movie. I can actually see everyone's face. I could see everything that's happening, and it made me so happy. So if you hate shaky cams, this is a movie you would like, because I hate shaky cam films. Oh my lord. And I just had to say that. I just had to get that out of the way. If you have seen Fargo, you will see this throughout the whole entire film. But it's done very well. It's done very, I enjoyed it, and I would say it's something worth seeing. Again, like I said, strong R, doesn't has a strong language, and has a bit of cursing here and there, but it has strong violence, and it makes a couple of sex jokes, but it doesn't really show nudity. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, I don't think it showed. Yeah, it didn't show any nudity. It implied there was this scene where the man was naked and had money stacked on top of him, but yeah, you're just gonna have to see it. I'm gonna have to say you just have to see it because it's really done really well. So if you like a thriller type of film and a dramatic thriller type, would be it. Again, do not go in this movie expecting like non-stop action scenes. It's really not that at all. It does has its action moments. Basically, the big reveal was like at the very end of the movie, like the very last 15 minutes, but it escalates more and more as the film progresses. So very well done for just a 2-hour movie, or just under 2 hours. I enjoyed it, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you haven't enjoyed it, or if you had enjoyed it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts if you have when you see this movie, and hopefully I will see you around the next time. I am right now at 150 subscribers, so please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. You know how much I do. I know I've been away for a while, but I am trying to come back as much as possible because I do work a couple of jobs and I do a lot of things in the ministry, so I really appreciate everything that you guys have done to support me, share on your Facebook, social media, whatever it is that you have. And hopefully until that time, I will see you again, and cheers.